Tip number 1. I traveled recently and no one was wearing hazmat suits or shields in the airplanes and airports. Even the air hostess were just wearing the mask and were serving the people. Just to be safe, if you want, you can carry them in your carry-on luggage. Tip number 2. If you want to minimize the contact in the airports, pack your own food and snacks to avoid trips to the restaurants in the airports if you have longer waiting period in the airport. Tip number 3. Check quarantine rules of arrival country. And when I traveled recently, there was no stamping on the hands like before, and it is solely the passenger's responsibility to quarantine at home. Tip number 4. Some of the airports and airlines does not allow you to wear the cloth masks while traveling because they are non-medical masks. So make sure to pack enough medical masks in sealed ziploc covers and place them in different places, like one with you and another one in the backpack and another one in the carry-on for the easy access. It is good to change the medical mask every 4 hours in the airplanes and in the airports if you are traveling in a long-haul flights, whether it's domestic or international. Tip number 5. Try to carry multiple portable travel size sanitizers and place them in different places for easy access. If you want, you can carry a small blanket with you to use it in the airplane to feel more comfortable. Of course, there will be no problem with airline blankets as they will be cleaned and sealed. Tip number 6. If COVID test is mandatory in the international arrival airport, you may have to pay by yourself for the test. So make sure to carry some currency, and also it's a good idea to call your credit card bank and let them know about your international travel so that your card will not be blocked while traveling. This will save you some time in the arrival airport to get out of the airport and go home. Tip number 7. Check to see if the airlines or arrival country needs a mandatory negative COVID test report before your travel, whether it's a domestic or international. If it is required, at least a week before your travel, try to search in Google Maps to find the COVID test centers which will do travel COVID tests, because not many clinics are doing the tests for travel. Tip number 8. Make sure to follow exact guidelines for how long before your journey you need to do a COVID test. If guidelines say 72 hours, then you will have to do a test within 72 hours before your travel. If it says 3 days, then you will have to do the COVID test before 3 days of your flight departure. I heard few cases where the airlines rejected passengers to board the plane because they did a test within 74 hours instead of 72 hours. Even if there is an hour difference, they are going to reject the passengers to board the airplane. So follow the rules exactly so that your travel will not get ruined. If your travel falls just after the weekends or holidays, make sure you will get the report on time before your flight departure. Find and fill all the documentation and the forms that is needed by the airlines and arrival countries, and print multiple copies of them and keep it with you in different places to avoid any trouble if you lose one of the copies. And also, some of the countries want you to download few apps before you leave the airport, so make sure to download them ahead of the time and be ready. So these are 8 travel tips if you are flying during COVID, before your flight, during the flight, and after the flight. Try to protect yourself and have a safe journey in the air travel, and have a safe trip. Here are the complete videos of my travel. Check it out.